This is a big day for Abilene, Texas. It's not a big day for Abilene, Texas? And so it's my honor and privilege to announce that Abilene has achieved a functional zero, an end to chronic homelessness. I want to present a proclamation to Congressman Bisson and to Mary Cooksey to make it official in the city of Abilene. Whereas, as mayor of the city of Abilene, and on behalf of the members of Abilene City Council, it's my honor and privilege to announce that Abilene, Texas, has become the 4th community in the nation to achieve functional end to chronic homelessness. And whereas, in 2018, I challenged the city to achieve functional zero by housing all of our homeless veterans. I am proud to say that that goal was achieved in 2019. Whereas continuing with the goal of helping all of our homeless neighbors, it is my honor to proclaim on this day, Wednesday, November 18, 2020, that Abilene has achieved functional end to chronic homelessness. Thank you very much.
Hi guys, I'm Bisson, and I'm the Executive Director of Abilene Hope Haven. Thank you so much for coming today. This is a huge day for our homeless service providers, but also our community as a whole. So I'm really excited to be here today. I wanted to explain just very briefly functional zero for chronically homeless. Chronically homeless is just basically neighbors experiencing homelessness in our community that have a disabling condition and that have long periods of homelessness. So just to clarify what that means for you guys and how we did it. It's been a huge journey for us as a community. The first thing that we had to do was to inspire our community leaders to be a part of this and to set, and so that we could achieve a goal, we had to set it first. I work with a lot of communities across the U.S. That also work in homeless services. We are very blessed to have a mayor that supports the work that we do and wants to be a part of that. And that really has done so much for us, not to mention so many nonprofit leaders and businessmen and other people in our community. The next thing we had to do was create a real-time list of those people experiencing chronic homelessness, so we know them by name. It's very important to the work that we do to dignify those people and those neighbors that we're working with and know exactly who they are in our community. The next thing we did once we had our list was to use the existing systems that we have in place to house those individuals. So the way to end homelessness is to house them. Also providing basic needs and supportive services is very critical to this work as well that we do. And the coolest thing was that we achieved functional zero for the first time for chronic homelessness in November of 2019. I cannot believe it's been a year. It's crazy to think that. But with everything, the pandemic and everything going on, we really wanted to wait to announce it for all of you today. And we were certified for the first time in February of 2020 by Community Solutions, which is an amazing organization that we work with to get all of these things and all the key players in place. And then we've maintained that for an entire year, as I mentioned before. And so that really, it has been so inspiring to me to get to meet these individuals experiencing chronic homelessness, and also to get to meet all of the different people that not everyone could be here today, but there's so many people in our community that came together to make this happen. So I just want to say thank you to all of you.
Hey, I'm Mary Cooksey, and it's my honor to be president of the West Texas Homeless Network this year. And I wanted you to know that we work together all the time to prevent and end homelessness in West Central Texas. And we have 3 shared beliefs: housing first philosophy, lightest touch, and community systems. And if you want to know more about what that all means, I invite you to go to homeagainwesttexas.org and see details. Not only do we have our homeless service providers as an important component of this organization, but we have so many more. We have members of the faith community, businesses, government, nonprofits, and average citizens who create a holistic system in which homelessness truly can be rare, brief, and non-recurring. So what's the next mountain that this group has chosen to take on? And it is functional zero for homelessness among youth and families. The biggest change in this for us is that there are no other communities in the nation who have accomplished this task yet. So we are in uncharted waters, and previously we were able to just perfect strategies that were already working in other communities. Now we are at that table that Catherine was talking about with communities across the nation who are building strategies. As you can well imagine, just like every single family is different, being a family who's struggling with homelessness takes all of those different complications that all of our families have and take it to a new level. So I hope that you will join with us as we create this new map for the most challenging of opportunities. I am a person who believes in angels. And I think that our work with the West Texas Homeless Network has been blessed by angels. I'm going to leave you with my inspiration of the day, which is from Hebrews chapter 13. And I love the Aramaic Bible in plain English version. And do not forget kindness to strangers, for by this some who, while they are unaware, are worthy to receive angels. May the work of the West Texas Homeless Network continue to receive angels. Thank you.
Amen, and thank you, Mary. So my name is Blair Schrader, and I'm the District Director for Congressman Jody Arrington. Unfortunately, the Congressman is in Washington, D.C. today. They're in session, and so I have the honor of being able to represent him and his office. So a lot of things that we get to do is there's a lot of symbolism. There's a lot of things where it's ceremonies, there's flags, there's names, there's parades. But one of the things that we like to rally behind within our office that's important for the Congressman, and he talks about it ad nauseum, is let's be not just about the symbolic. Let's follow what our veterans, let's follow their example, and let's be about action. And so this announcement today is about action. It's about a community that didn't do just platitudes. That didn't do just talking about something, but we worked together to do big things. And I know right now in America there's a lot of question about can we still do that, and the answer is yes. We can still do that, and Abilene is a shining example of rolling up your sleeves and working alongside of your brother, regardless of your affiliation, regardless of your belief system, to help those who are in need. And that is the hallmark of West Texas. And so with that, I want to applaud our community leaders. I want to applaud all those different folks who have made today possible. But the other thing is keeping in mind that action doesn't stop. This isn't something that we just arrive at because we did it today. It's something that is an ongoing hill to climb, an ongoing charge that we have to keep. And so let us continue to do that, and I would like everyone to know that Congressman Jody Arrington will be working side by side as a partner in arm in the action to help end chronic homelessness. Thank you.
Good morning, friends. I'm Robin Wertheim. I'm the District Director for Representative Stan Lambert, your Texas House Representative, and he's asked me to read this letter. Dear friends, first of all, congratulations. This milestone is huge. The work you've put in, Mr. Mayor, West Texas Homeless Network, churches, nonprofits, Volunteers is commendable. It is a bright spot in this pandemic. It is a work of art that depicts our community perfectly. Thank you. While I'm unable to be with you today, I am celebrating and telling the story of what you have accomplished. How proud I am that my hometown is the 4th community in the nation to receive this designation. So what is next? We all know there's more work to do. As the husband of an educator, I'm familiar with Maslow's hierarchy and the needs every person in our community has. Our community has achieved the goal of physiological and safety needs. I pledge to work along with our community to achieve psychological needs and self-fulfillment. I will look to bring more resources and more opportunity to rural Texas. In my work, I will be carrying your story to Austin. I pledge to listen to our community and to advocate for you. I will encourage others to commit to end homelessness just like you've done here. Thank you to all of you who have worked to achieve this goal. Your efforts are appreciated, and I look forward to seeing where you lead our community next. Sincerely, Stan Lambert.
I'm now going to read letters from our state and national partners. This first letter is from Eric Samuels, President and CEO of Texas Homeless Network out of Austin. On behalf of our team and board at Texas Homeless Network, we want to congratulate you on being the only Texas community to achieve a functional end to both veteran and chronic homelessness. While we are committed to making sure you are not the last city, Abilene will forever be the first Texas city to accomplish this feat. Communities across the nation will look to Abilene and learn from what you have done. What many will find out is that your playbook wasn't complicated, but an approach that requires a level of investment that many communities don't commit to ending homelessness. Your successes started with hope that turned into goals with concrete plans and purposeful action steps. However, you didn't leave it at that. You took those next steps. Those are the hardest to take. You all put in the work, and you recruited the entire community to help, because you know ending homelessness takes everyone. And it took everyone in Abilene, from your homeless service providers, local government, your faith communities, to every concerned citizen of Abilene. And then you persevered through the ups and downs, and we know a lot about ups and downs in 2020. Despite everything, you kept that goal in sight. That's how you achieved a functional end to veteran homelessness, and that's how you have achieved a functional end to chronic homelessness now. The West Texas Homeless Network in Abilene have always held a special place in my heart. In one capacity or another, I have worked with you all for more than 20 years. I have seen the successes you have had through your collaborative work as a community. However, over the last 2 years, the accomplishments Abilene has achieved have left us in awe. Your achievements have also shown us what is possible if we work together as a community to prioritize ending homelessness. I know that my coworkers feel the same, and we wish we were there to celebrate with you. Thank you for your hard work on behalf of Texans experiencing homelessness and those that work hard every day to end it. Again, congratulations on this most deserving honor and recognition that you truly deserve. And this next letter is from Community Solutions, the Built for Zero campaign, which is our national partner, and is from their co-director of the Built for Zero campaign, Beth Sandor. Dear Abilene, Hope Haven, and West Texas Homeless Network, this letter confirms that in November of 2019, Abilene achieved an end to chronic homelessness according to the standards adopted by the 84 communities participating in Built for Zero. Built for Zero is a movement of U.S. communities working to end veteran and chronic homelessness. You are among an elite group of just 4 communities in Built for Zero to reach functional homelessness for chronic homelessness, functional zero for chronic homelessness. Congratulations. In reaching this milestone, you have proven and documented that the number of individuals who continue to experience chronic homelessness does not exceed 0.1% of the total number of homeless individuals, or 3 people, whichever is greater. You have created an essential national proof point, changing the story of what is possible. When you applied for Built for Zero, you agreed to implement best practices in supporting all individuals experiencing chronic homelessness into housing, building a broad local team, optimizing your resources, establishing and working from a real-time, creating a by-name list of all people experiencing homelessness, reporting your housing placements monthly to track your progress, and now celebrating the work you've done to change your system. You are national leaders. To date, you have sustained an end to chronic homelessness for a year. We know you will continue to be at the forefront of efforts to end all homelessness.
When I accepted the challenge to end veteran homelessness 2 years ago on behalf of this city, I was confident that Team Abilene could do it. I was confident because in my years of public service, I've never seen Abilene back down from difficult moments. Difficult moments like when a tornado robbed so many of our neighbors of their homes, a pandemic that robbed so many of our neighbors of their employment, fires, floods, droughts, disasters that could have brought us to our knees. Instead, these disasters became a vision for how a mature community responds in times of great need. And in staying together, we show the world that difficult moments are an opportunity to accomplish something amazing. So often, difficult moments choose us. But sometimes we choose our own difficult moments. Choosing to work towards ending veteran homelessness was not an easy thing to do. But 2 years ago, Team Abilene decided to do a difficult thing, the right thing. And we achieved greatness, not just for the sake of greatness, but for the sake of those who are most vulnerable in our community, for the sake of a healthier community for all Abilenians. Now I stand before you today amazed that once again, so quickly, we achieve a level of greatness accomplished by so few in our great nation. We're here today because Abilene, Team Abilene, has become the fourth community in the nation to achieve functional end to chronic homelessness, and the third to achieve both functional end to both veterans and chronic homelessness. Others have already told you how we achieve seemingly the impossible goal, as well as the current possibility of future goals. I want to tell you what this means for Abilene. Yes, this achievement requires a level of determination, of the audacity to fight. But just as important as compassion, the humility and the love that was required. These achievements are driven not by a competitive spirit, but by the hope of a community that cares for the least among us, by the maturity of a community that has already shown us how it responds in times of great vulnerability. And the truest measure of the maturity of a community is on how we care for the most vulnerable among us. In a time when few can remember our country so divided. This moment reminds us that there are no limits of things we can do if we choose to work together. This even belongs to no individual, to no organization, but rather the people of this community, Team Abilene. To the hope that our small town has fostered and to the everyday heroes that our community has raised up. This achievement belongs to the workers who put their boots on the ground every day to choose to make a difference, to do what some thought was impossible. But we also know that the work is not yet done. As long as one family, as one person, one child must sleep outside, our work will never be done. As long as Abilene does not work for one of us, all of us will continue to work towards that vision, towards a vision of a community that shows the world who it is by how it takes to the most vulnerable in that community. Abilene is a community where we do amazing things. We've seen the impossible become possible. Now, as a community, let's show the world that we have more impossible things to achieve. Let's give this community a round of applause. Roston, Catherine, Mary, and all those who have met every Thursday at 1:30 p.m. in person, then virtually. Thank you for your commitment to Abilene. May God bless you, and may God bless America. Thank you.
That's it for today. Thank you for all being here. All of the speakers today will be available for the press for a few minutes afterwards if you need to do interviews. And if you want to be part of what we're doing, just let us know, because the work is not over, as was made abundantly clear today. Thank you very much.